welcome back to Aura Life. So happy to have you here. Today I'm diving into a topic that is something that I get asked all the time when it comes to raving and pregnancy, and that's what do I wear? So let's dive right into it. Today we're gonna just talk about a topic that I get asked often, which is what do I wear if I'm pregnant and want to go to a show or a festival? During my second pregnancy recently, I actually put out some polls and just some questions to see what people were interested in knowing just based off of my experience of going to shows and festivals during pregnancy. And one of the most mentioned questions was, what do I wear? And also on a lot of the groups, the rave groups that I'm in, that is probably the most asked question. So I feel like, especially the second time around, I really navigated this topic, and I wanted to share just my thoughts around this in general and what are some things that you can do as you're trying to figure out what works well for you. The first thing I will say is calling all rave brands, okay? There currently isn't, to the best of my knowledge that I know, a festival or rave brand that has a maternity line. Why? I have no clue. Or adaptable clothing. I should say that. Adaptable clothing. There is no brand that I know of that offers that. And I think that is a missing demographic. And here's why. Not only is maternity rave clothes beneficial for those in pregnancy, it's also beneficial for those who are postpartum. So moms who maybe haven't gone to raves and festivals during their pregnancy, they still are going maybe post-baby, and they have postpartum bodies, and their bodies are different, and they might need to wear clothes that fit their new body shape and fit the way they feel as a new parent. So I do feel like it's a missed opportunity. I should also say that maternity clothes or postpartum clothes, whatever you want to say, they're all good for all bodies, okay? And they all accentuate all bodies, and they're comfortable. So, you know, it's not just limited to that. Even though there aren't any specific rave or festival brands that are out there that offer maternity clothes, there are ways to navigate it. And I will say, comparing my first pregnancy to this one, there's so much to be inspired about when it comes to pregnancy, maternity, fashion in general. First off, can we just say thank you, Queen Rihanna, for taking away the old school grandma perception that you have to dress a certain way during pregnancy. When people ask me what they should look for when dressing during pregnancy, I use her as an example because she still looks hip, she still looks fly, and she still brings forth her personality through her clothes, even in a pregnant body. So I want you to think about, what is your personality? What is your vibe? Bring that into your fashion during pregnancy too. Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean that you lose your personality and your sense of style in general. So that's really one of the first things that I think you should keep in mind. I have so many notes on this, so I'm gonna be referring to my notebook if you see me looking down. What should you wear during pregnancy? These are the things that I think that you should look for in terms of items of your clothes. I did share some tips and tricks in my ultimate guide around what you should consider when picking out clothes. Most of it, if you want to take a look at that, I'll post this video there, but most of the advice revolves around making sure that you maintain comfort, especially in your shoes and your clothes, making sure that you're, maybe going up a size for a baby to ensure room for your belly and to not have the circulation cut off around that critical space, and making sure that you do a dress rehearsal and you feel comfortable and confident in what you're going to wear. And it might be smart also to have backup ideas, backup outfits to bring along with you if you're just not feeling that vibe that day, because then that way you already have a backup, you don't have to panic, and you don't have to be stuck feeling negative thoughts about you, because you're growing a baby, you're beautiful, this is supposed to be a special time. Don't be too hard on yourself. So These are the things that I would say are great items for pregnancy fashion. The first one, supportive tops. Now, I will say that sometimes supportive tops are few and far between in the rave community. I'm looking at you brands. You guys got to do better with that. But there are some brands that really do give you supportive tops. I'll clip up some pictures throughout all of this just to give you some examples. But by supportive tops, I'm talking about a thicker strap, even a halter, something that's adjustable, a top that's adjustable where you can tie. Those types of things are really going to be important for you, because one of the biggest things, especially from the first to second trimester, you'll also experience is your chest is going to start to get bigger. And that's because it's preparing for baby and to provide that nourishment. So supportive tops are a must. The second one I would say is adjustable bottoms. Now, sometimes this can be hard to find, but Relita Couture does have bottoms that have the ties on the side, and there are some other brands that do too, but Relita is the one that's popping into my mind. Those bottoms are great because then you can make adjustments for baby. Let's say you go up a size, you're a size medium, you go up to a size large, and then you can adjust the ties to make sure that you leave room for belly. So those are really great. High-waisted bottoms are also really great within reason. Like I said, you need to make sure you go up a size and really watch the elastic at the top. You don't want the elastic at the top to cut into your belly too much. One brand that really creates some great bands on all of their bottoms is Rave with Mi Gente. Shout out to my girl Bella. I love her so much. And she doesn't make her clothes specifically, like I said, for maternity purposes. But if you look at the tops of her bottoms, they have a great, like, pretty thick elastic band around them. And that's great for belly. It makes it really comfortable to lounge in, yoga, you name it, whatever it is. So I wanted to shout out that brand specifically there. Skirts. Skater skirts, the long skirts are a great alternative during this time, especially if you're trying to hide belly. That's a great way, but also it just gives you the freedom around your belly. Just make sure, again, that you might want to go up a size. You might want to ask if you can get the skirt customized for the length to be longer, because most likely you might have to even move the waistband up over your belly, and you don't want it to be too short where you have some coverage. But skater skirts are great, and they also have those long flowing skirts. I often see those on I Heart Raves. That you can buy too if you're feeling like ethereal, or you're going to a dream state event, for instance. I don't know. But if that's your style, like, long skirts work here too. Leggings are a godsend. Leggings really helped me probably during my first trimester. I used those when I went to festivals, and you can get some really colorful and out there leggings that are definitely rave appropriate. There are two brands that are more fitness focused, but they also have rave gear. Miami Fitwear, she's a Pelo Raver, so shout out to Raquel. She even has a rave collection that's really great. It has neon colors. And her tops are kind of like sports bras, so that would be great for pregnancy. And then our girl Brittany Allen, she does all of the outfits for Jess King, and she made a lot of her outfits during pregnancy, but she also has a variety of just really great prints, sets that you can put together, leggings, and those are definitely, rave appropriate. Another thing I would say is flare bottoms. So just like bell bottoms, they're great. The Light Couture has them. Relita Couture has them. For me, especially with my body, I was feeling insecure. Just, you have a little bit of extra meat on your bones during pregnancy. So I wanted to feel more covered up. And so, even sheer flare bottoms for me were a great addition, and I would wear some high-waisted bottoms underneath that. So I definitely would say that those are great. All right, merch, artist merch. If you just want to go comfy and you still want to feel cute and kind of, on trend, you can just rep your artist's favorite merch. So you could, like, I got, Afrojack stuff. I got you know, just a variety of different merch out there. And you can also do something like a big oversized t-shirt, something like this, and just wear an oversized t-shirt with, you know, fishnets, with, you know, stockings underneath to make room for baby, obviously, and you can go comfy. Mesh tops are also great for something like this. That gives your belly a little bit more room, and then you could again do high-waisted bottoms underneath or leggings, and a supportive bra under. But again, like I said, like making room for baby and going a size up are key for those. Jerseys. Now, I think one vibe that would be so cute is just to kind of have that like laid back, kind of like tomboy, kind of, you know, relaxed and urban look. And a way that you can do that is festival jerseys are great. You could wear a festival jersey to kind of layer up, wear, you know, a sports bra or something that is, you know, a festival top that's supportive underneath. And then I think a great addition would be kind of boy shorts. So just, you know, those like boy shorts in like a crazy print. You might even want to consider maybe looking at some of the brands out there that make rave gear for both men and women, or make gender neutral outfits out there. And you might be able to get, you know, some matching tops and, you know, and bottoms in a print. And that would be such a vibe, such a vibe. Onesies are really popular too during pregnancy. I've seen some really cute ones like Winnie the Pooh, or, you know, just your favorite cozy onesie. And especially with the weather out there during pregnancy, you will see some body temp changes. Like for me, I got colder, even if it was hot outside, I got colder easier. So I would layer up a lot. So I would always have, you know, a sweater with me. Onesies are great for this if you get cold during pregnancy. Or I would have a pashmina, a jersey, like I said, like layering, even kimonos were really good for this. Bodysuits. I think bodysuits are a perfect alternative to pregnancy, and they actually make bodysuits that are ruched on the top. You could DIY yours, or you could buy a full bodysuit and, like I said, go up a size to make room for your belly. And this also includes, I think they're called kind of like rompers. And I've seen them all over festival fashion pages, but they even have the ones that have the cutouts on the side. My friend Emma Capotis, she actually wore this during her first trimester, and I thought it was such a great move because it provides you the comfort. The actual fabric is really comfy and it stretches around your belly, but you still feel like you're well put together, and it's effortless. So I think that just those onesies, rompers, things of that nature, anything that is just simple to put on, and that you're not struggling to get yourself in and out of, is really important during pregnancy. A couple more things, and then I'll get into my favorite brands during pregnancy. So customs. I think that during pregnancy, getting a custom outfit is ideal. And here's why. Yes, your body is, you know, fluctuating, and you may be concerned about what size you can get and what your measurements are, but I think that a lot of festival small businesses will make adjustments to certain styles. For instance, maybe the top is an under boob top or a heightened crop top. They might be able to extend that down lower or longer, so you have a longer torso and it's a longer kind of crop that makes you feel more comfortable during pregnancy. Maybe they can turn a dress into more of a baby doll shape, for instance, to allow room for belly. I also think that dresses in general are a perfect idea for this. The only thing that I would say is, you know, making sure that they're comfortable. Maybe form fitting isn't going to be the best. Maybe you want to get a more fit and flare type of outfit where it's tighter up here and then it starts to kind of bellow out to allow room for baby. But I could totally see like a 70s vibe in like a cute little like mini go-go dress. And last but not least, embracing your belly bump, your baby bump. So a lot lot of people, you know, still wear, you know, crops, or they have their midriff out during pregnancy, and that's also a good time to put glitter on it. I've seen face jewels, and just jewels in general on your belly. It's just a great time to celebrate your body and kind of what it's doing for you. So I encourage bringing out all of the glitter. You know, if you want to bring in body jewels or body art, if you're going to like a more art centric type festival, they do body paint, it would be so cool to body paint or to paint your belly as well, to kind of cultivate that entire experience. So that is just a summary of ideas for what you could wear when going to festivals pregnant. But I did want to shout out some brands that you should take a look at that are great options for festival going during pregnancy. The first one is Ashleigh Couture. I love her so much. She's a Pelo raver. She's a mom of 3 herself, so she knows the body, a pregnant body, which is great. And she does do custom, so she's able to switch and alter some of her styles. So if you do need that, I think she's a perfect person to go to. She's based here in South Bend, Indiana, and all of these shops I will link in the description box below as well. Sassy Pants The Label is a UK brand. They also do customs on their website. They have such a variety of different options, different styles that you can choose from that would be friendly to your belly, and they work with you. The only thing I would say, if you are ordering from a UK brand, keep in mind the process time, how long it will take, and you're going to want to plan ahead for that bump. So within that time, think about maybe where your belly is going to be in 1 month or 2 months, because it does take a little bit longer to get over here from overseas. Relita Couture. Relita Couture is a great brand. They supported me during my pregnancy, and I actually took over their page and did the full takeover during my pregnancy, and the outfit was beautiful that I got from there. I got some flare bottoms and a top, and it was adjustable, and I got so many compliments on that outfit, and I felt so confident and sure of myself during that time, which I think is really important. They also have those adjustable bottoms that I mentioned, so ties on the side, adjustable tops. They have kimonos, so I think all of those styles would be great during pregnancy. Psychedelic tie-dye, they make custom tie-dye outfits with fit and flare bottoms, really comfortable kind of jersey cotton that you could wear. I think that would be perfect for a rave. Groovy Gal, she will adjust the size. That's also a UK brand, but very out there, bright colors. I would say, especially during this time, you might not feel comfortable with being more risque and wearing smaller clothes. So I think what I focus on is like how funky and colorful and fun the outfit is. So I think Groovy Gal is like a really good example of that. I Heart Raves is a great place to get your staples. Again, those long skirts, bigger bottoms. They have a lot of inventory. So if you're strapped for time, I still think I Heart Raves is a good resource. AJ Design, again, the ability to customize some really cool prints. I have some bottoms from them, and the elastic is so forgiving and it feels so comfortable that I think it would be perfect, you know, as your body's grown. And then last but not least, I wanted to shout out a new brand, Rewind Collective Fashion is a second brand that was started by Lauren Hutzel that she's created. That's festival fashion. She has some really cool shirts, that like large shirts you can wear, those kind of boy shorts that I talked about, and really supportive tops. And her whole style is just cool in general, so I think that it's a great fit for comfort, but also just that coolness factor that you want to bring when you go to a festival. I hope that this gives you some ideas or just some guidelines to consider when you are thinking about festival fashion. Stay tuned, because I want to do another video where I actually will pull together some outfits for you, some outfit ideas. So for that video, video. Let me know what you'd like to see, what types of styles you'd like to see, and make sure you comment those down below. And if you have any questions, you can also share those with me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for more pregnancy and festival related content. I love you all so much, and as I always say, positive self, positive wealth. Bye now.